My name is Adam Sacker, and today I will be walking through my code review for CS 499. So, this is an important milestone in my capstone project where I will analyze the existing code, identify areas of improvement, and outline specific enhancements that will optimize efficiency and the functionality and the maintainability throughout this code. I'll be following a structured approach to evaluate my code based on three categories that are asked for this: the software engineering, the the design, algorithms, data structures, and the database. Um, the project I have chosen for this review is my rescue animal system, which is a menu driven Java application designed to help track and manage rescue animals. Specifically, dogs and monkeys are the ones selected for this that are available for service. This system allows users to intake new animals, reserve an animal for service, and print different lists based on their availability and training status. The overall goal for this project is to simulate a basic animal management system where organizations can keep track of trained rescue animals and their availability in different service locations. Um, for a technical perspective, this project demonstrates object oriented programming OPP, um, utilizing classes and the data structures. To organize and manage information, this application consists of several Java files, including the driver, um, which serves as the main entry point for the program and controls the menu-driven interface. It also includes the rescue animal Java, um, which is the basic class containing the shared attributes for the rescue animals, as well as the dog and monkey Java. This is the monkey Java. We'll go through most of this, and there's the dogs of Java, which extend the base class and adds specific properties unique to each animal type. The project is currently using array lists and store animal data, allowing basic data manipulation, searching, and filtering through rescue animal. While the existing system is fully functional, the one we have over here, and meets intended purpose, there's several opportunities of improvement that we can do, and I'll be discussing that throughout the review. In the software engineering design category, I'll be looking at ways to improve the structure, um, the error handling, and the maintainability. One key area I plan to refine is the menu of system inputs and validation, which is currently has some redundancy and could be better structured for better efficiency. Additionally, I will explore ways to enhance the user experience by improving how errors are handled throughout the input and prevent any expected crashes or incorrect data entries. Moving to the data and the algorithms and data structure category, I'll analyze how the application currently processes and retrieves data. Right now, the program relies on linear and search through array lists to find and filter animals, which works fine for small data sets, but can become an issue when the data set grows. To optimize this, I'll discuss the potential implementation of hash maps for faster lookup times, allowing consistent time complexity and searches instead of linear time complexity. This change will improve the system's scalability and will make it more suitable for handling larger data sets without a performance hit. Um, Finally, I will examine the database category and discuss ways to replace the current in memory storage with more robust and persistent solutions. Right now, all the animal data are stored in the array list, which means that once the program is closed, all stored data is lost. To improve this, I plan to integrate database system, uh, such as like the SQLite, which will allow the program to store, retrieve, and modify data across different sessions. This enhancement will provide better data management, retrieval efficiency, and on the long term, this makes the storage capability way better. Throughout this code, I will start breaking down each of the key areas in greater details, um, walking through existing code and pointing out areas that could be improved, and explaining my planned enhancements. This review is not just about identifying weakness, but also about demonstrating how these improvements align with the best practices in the software development, making the system more scalable, efficient, and maintainable. By the end of this review, I'll have a outlined and clear roadmap for the changes I plan to implement, setting the foundation for my final project submission for this class. Um, so starting with some overview about the code. Um, we have the four classes over here. I'll focus on the main three categories that we have, which again are the software design and engineering, algorithms, and algorithms and data structures, and the databases for these categories that we need to start. So starting with the design and engineering, this category is focused on overall structure and the functionality of this code. Um, so this code intakes the new dogs and monkeys into the system in rescue animal, reserves the animal for the service specific countries, and prints the list of animals, including the dogs, monkeys, the animals that were available for the service. The system menu driven means the user interacts with it throughout the text based menu, and which contains like the main classes, the driver where it stores this. So taking a closer look at the driver file, if you look at the main method, you'll see that it initializes two arrays. Um, One of them is for the dog, and the other one is for the monkey. These lists are stored throughout the system. The program then enters the loop where it displays the menu and waits for the user input. The menu includes these, which is intake a new dog, a new monkey, reserve an animal, print a list of all the dogs, print a list of the monkeys, and print a list of all the animals that are not reserved. The code is well structured in terms of responsibilities for it. For example, the intake a new dog and intake new monkey method handles the intake process, while the reserve animal method handles the reservation. The print animal method is responsible for the printing the list of animals based on the user selection. So let's analyze the code throughout the design and start opening uh, the file, and we can see the error handling. Um, for example, if somebody puts in a wrong input, we have it to we have it to it doesn't always handle it very good, where this can lead into crashes or unexpected behavior. For example, if you put in something other than a new dog or numbers, it's not well structured for it to give us an the correct error. So we will be fixing that throughout this project. And the duplication, there's some duplications in the intake new dog and new monkey that I have realized over here. And the documentation is not really as well documented for it, where some comments they're minimal and doesn't even explain all the purpose of it that we have. So planned enhancements for that is to add the error handling. I'll implement more robust error handling to ensure the program can handle the invalid input. Um, and we will refactor some of the code where the code uh, for the intake new dog and intake new monkey methods, where I can eliminate some of the duplications and the extra code that is there that is not needed, to make it more easier to update in the future. And I'll definitely update the documentation where I'll add more details to the code explaining the purpose of each class and method, and be easier to understand and work with the code for me or somebody else in the future. These enhancements will demonstrate my ability to write clean, maintainable code and well documented code, which aligns with the course outcomes related to the software design and engineering. Next, let's look into the algorithms and data structures. Um, so this category focuses on the code use how the code use the algorithms and the data structures to solve the problems efficiently. I'll start by explaining the current implementation, then analyze the efficiency, where we'll discuss how I plan to improve it as well. So we see how the array over here uh, lists through the program to manage the animals. For example, when a new dog is added, it's stored to the dog list in the driver. It's stored to this dog list. Um, Similarly, when we user reserves an animal, the program searches throughout the appropriate list to find the available animal that is stored either in the monkey or the dog. The print animal method, we have here's the print animal method. Is a good example of how the code uses algorithms to filter the display and display the data. Depending on the user selection, the method goes through the dog list and the monkey list and prints the animals that matches the criteria throughout what is needed. Um, So the code uses a line search algorithm to find animals throughout the list. For example, in the reserve animal, the reserve animal method, the program goes through the dog list or the monkey list to find the available animal that is specified for the country, which is uh, it works fine, like I said, for small lists, but is really a big issue whenever the list grows or the data grows. Another area of improvement um, is how the code handles the data filtering. The print animal, the print animal, I think it was the, this is the print animal one. Um, Method, it uses multiple loops to filter through the print animal based on their status. This could be also optimized by more advanced data structures and algorithms that we are gonna enhance. And some enhancements that I will use is either the implementing a binary search for faster searching. I'll put in the binary search algorithm. This will require sorting to the list to specific attributes such as the name or the ID, or it usually improves the search efficiency, and also the hash maps for a faster lookup. Um, I'll replace the array list with the hash maps where the key could be an animal, a name, or an ID. This will allow for less faster lookups and when you reserve or search for some of the animals. These enhancements will demonstrate my ability to design and implement efficiency algorithms and data structures, which aligns also with this course outcomes and needs. Um, Third, we are gonna look at databases. So the database focuses on the code interaction with the new data, whether it could benefit from the database um, and don't have limitations on it. So so currently the code stores all the data in the memory using array lists, and that means when the program ends, it's just gonna shut off and delete all the data that is there, and that will make the data all lost after that. So there's no layer that would just hold it and store the data between the sessions. So you'll need to like manually export it or implement some new forms or file storage for it. So the current implementation has several limitations since the data is stored in memory. It deletes and all the data is lost. The data integration, there's no mechanism to ensure the data integrity. For example, if two users to reserve some animal at the same time, the program is just not going to handle it correctly through any of the array, and it'll have some errors after that. So some of my planned enhancements for this is to improve the database functionality. For this code, I plan to integrate the database, an SQL database. Um, for example, it could be MySQL or PostgreSQL. It'll store the animal data. This will allow the data to persist between sessions and improve scalability. And second of all, I can implement transactions where I'll use database transactions to ensure data is dealt with integrity. For example, when reserving an animal, the program will lock the record for the prevented conflict, and make sure one user only be able to change it or acquire. So also I'll add the data validation. I'll add the data validation to the system where it'll ensure that only valid data is stored. For example, the database will enforce uh, like unique names or valid training statuses. These enhancements will demonstrate also my ability to design and implement data solutions for this category, which is one of the requirements for this class. So to wrap up some of it, here's also the dog Java, where we store also the array for the dog, and we have the name, breed, gender, age, weight, the date, the country, training status, reserved or not, and in service country. Um, so the Manku one is very similar as well. It just has more difference about the species, height, the length, set name, gender, age, weight, date, country, training status, reserved, uh, service country, tail length, height, body length, and species. So to wrap up reviewing this animal management system, um, the key areas again are the software design and engineering, algorithms, and data structures and the databases. I identified the several areas of improvement and where I'm going to add the error handling, refactoring some code, improving documentation, and optimizing some of the algorithms and integrating a database for this. Running this, let's run this for an example of what is expected. So, for example, let's intake a new dog. What's my dog name? Uh, let's say Sam. Husky, male. Let's say 2 years. Dog weight. Let's put 65 pounds. Um, all right. And what country? Let's put USA. Let's put no, no. USA. And that added a new dog. And for us to see the dog, we can print all dogs and we can put 4, and it printed the dogs that we have. These are the ones that were already there, and this is the one, Sam, that I just added. Let's put 6 where we print all the animals. That are not reserved. So Cuckoo is in service and not reserved. It is available in the United States. Let's print all the monkeys. So we got an unknown one. We will check the unknown and see who is unknown. And that is the Cuckoo one that we had earlier. And let's try to quit. And he quit. These enhancements that I'm gonna do will not only improve the functionality and efficiency of this code, but also demonstrate my skills in the software design, algorithms, and the database management. I'm excited to implement these changes and showcase the final product in my portfolio. Um, Thank you for watching, and I'll be waiting for any feedback. Thank you.